Dead Island 2 takes place in the small island of North America in the small dystopian town of LA. You play as one of 6 characters. I just chose Danny because she looks the coolest. But the story begins with you trying to escape LA. There's an infection that happened and no one wants to wear their mask, so the best thing to do is for everybody to leave. But out of nowhere, your plane gets shot down and you meet up with this rich couple, right? And they come out here and say, well, I'm too rich to help you, so I'm just gonna go to my house. Here's my address. So you just do your thing and then go to their house. And there's something I have to tell you guys. So the hardest part about this game is this section right here. And the reason for that is because you only start off with your melee weapon. You can't sidestep or do anything. The only thing you can do is just hit them with your melee weapon, which feels really clunky and it feels really bad, but that's just the beginnings part. But once the section's over, you get bitten and you stumble your way to Emma's house. The only problem is that you have a little fever on your way there. You have these little delusions that keep on happening around you. But eventually you do make it to Emma's house, you know, because you are you. Unless you put the game down and you never made it there, but that's a different story. And in Emma's house, you meet this guy. His name's Sam B, right? And he comes up to you and says, hey, you're immune, by the way. And then you say, I am? And then Emma comes over and slaps you in the face and be like, hey, we're not all immune though, so chill. But then you're like, I'm gonna go get some help, you guys. Don't worry, I'll bring somebody back. So you go over to this hotel, right? Which was supposed to be like the military's camp base, but they all got eaten, so I guess it's just the hotel now. And as you look around, you see they had a bit of a struggle. It looks like they were using the hotel to get rid of these bodies by dissolving them in this acid. But one of the zombies was mad that they ruined her wedding day, so she comes out here and kills all of them. And at the end, she tries to kill you too for messing up her wedding day. But then you go and tell her it wasn't your fault that her wedding day was ruined, it was her fault for being ugly. She didn't take too kindly to that, so you had to put her down, you know, that's typical fashion. But then after that, a doctor comes and talks to you. He says that he needs you for a vaccine, right? So you go back to Emma and you tell her, hey, listen, there's no one here to save us, but I met this nice doctor, right? And he says he's gonna promise me the world. I don't have any way to prove it, but you just gotta trust me here. And Emma's like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go. But I can't leave without Michael, even though I hate him. So you're gonna have to go find him. So after talking to this lady, she tells you that Michael lives in Beverly Hills. So you make your way down there and you find out that he's not even at his house. You find out that he went over to his friend's house. But then you find out that his friend ain't even home. Instead, you see this guy, right, with these panties, and you find out that that's Michael's friend's stepdad. And he says that Michael's friend actually went over to the construction site to meet up with the construction crew. But then that's when you ask him why, and he's like, I don't know, she just did. So then you go over there and meet up with Michael's friend. And she says that Michael left over to this other place. This other place is Monarch Studios, right? And you make your way through this set piece, right? This is actually a pretty cool level, I'm not gonna lie. Fight your way through these zombies, but then you reach Emma's trailer and you find out that Michael's in there. And you ask him, why'd you leave? We need you back here, right? And he says the reason he left is because he knows he can't be the biggest simp for Emma, so he has to prove himself or something. But then out of nowhere, this big zombie just comes over, which I think is my brother because his last name's Hernandez. But you put him down and you tell Michael that his stalker's dead. And here's the part that kind of makes me mad. You tell Michael to just go back to Emma's house by himself, even though you came out here to rescue him. But whatever, one less escort mission I gotta do, I guess. But then Sam B comes over and he tells you that, hey, I got this cache of weapons out here. Why don't you come out here and take a look? And you make your way up there, right? You do this little jumping puzzle thing. And you eventually meet up with Sam B. Ricky's also there, but I didn't know who that was for like the longest time until I realized that it was the guy that was right next to Emma in the very beginning of the game. But then hell breaks loose, like in typical zombie apocalypse fashion. This lady that Ricky knew starts yelling at him. He falls over and then she eats him. So then you go over and then you beat her and then you eat her. And Sam says that he found the guns, right? The funny thing about this part is that I didn't actually think we were gonna use guns, but they actually did give me a gun, which is kind of cool. So then you do the gun tutorial and that's it. That's as far as I've gotten. Sorry, I'm a little slow in doing this. All I've been doing is just killing zombies. If you see there, I'm actually level 12 when I think most people are level 10. But what can I say? Hitting the zombies gives you like this satisfying feeling. I just keep on doing it. But that's about it. Peace.